Hey everyone, I'm so excited that I got to see you at the conference. It was a great conference. I hope this video really helps you to be able to use the makeup correctly so that it lasts a long time and it looks beautiful on you. So I'm just going to grab my palette. You guys have two foundation colors. You have a lighter one, which is your light foundation, and then a main foundation, which is your main foundation. The light foundation I'm going to start with first. It's under eye, and you can use it to highlight too. Okay, so I'm not taking very much, but I have some on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it directly on like the darker purpley part of your eye right here. And where it's not purpley darker, I'm not going to put it right there. Okay, so just right here. And just put it on softly. I like to do a patting motion. And then you can put on more if you need to. I think less is best with this makeup. Okay, and then I'm going to just do from right here up and pat it up. Oh, and I got something on me, an eyelash. And I want a little more coverage right there. And you try not to go below right here. Try not to get up there. Okay, because what you want to do is when you, and we'll blend it into, it'll look a little bit better. But so when you're looking at someone, it actually looks like it brings it forward. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. So right where you have some of that purpley, you're going to just pat it on. And it's the light foundation. Okay? And this is very forgiving. The first few times might take a little bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, if you're not doing a tutorial like I am right now, you can literally do it in minutes. Okay? So now you're done with the eyes. Now you're going to take your main foundation, which is your darker foundation, and it covers a majority of the rest of your face. Okay, I'm going to do, so right under where you did your purpley part, you're going to take that and go in like a little V right under it. Okay, and down the side of your nose. And I like to go just barely underneath where we did the other eye, the lighter foundation. So it kind of like blends it together better. And then you're gonna go down around the mouth area, chin area. Okay, this is really fast, really easy. I've got some blemishes right here that I picked out. Don't do that, that's a bad thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some over here. And then I will do some spot, like I'll get a tiny brush, I'll just show you right now. Okay, I'm gonna go into my darker color. Because if you have darker blemishes, you actually want to use a darker color. It sounds kind of weird, but that's what you are going to do. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep going on this side. So you kind of go right underneath that, the eye that you did earlier with your main foundation, the darker foundation. And then I bring it down. And you can get full coverage with this or light coverage, whatever you're wanting. Okay, and you can go up right here if you want. All right, you're going to take that same main foundation and do a little fan right here. Up the forehead. And I like to do a stipple motion that blends it really easily and gently. Okay, so now you're going to take the main foundation and just go right down the bridge of the nose. Okay, and this is going to look scary for a minute. And now I'm going to do contour, and I will blend this in. Okay, contour. It's this one. Okay, and I'm going to go right underneath the cheekbone. You just feel where that cheekbone is and go right underneath it. And right where it starts to feel squishy, which if you make a mistake, it's super forgiving. Okay, you can easily correct what you did, okay? I like to go right under that so that it gives you some depth to your natural features. It's not changing your features, but it's just enhancing what's already there, that beauty that's already there. And then when you turn, it shouldn't look like you have anything on. It should just look like a shadow, okay? So I'm going to continue doing that on the side. And just start blending in. If you want, you can use your makeup blender, hydrophilic makeup blender that you may have gotten with your kit. And you're going to want to follow your hairline. You have natural shadows along your hairline. So that's where you would put your contour, right down there, across the top. Okay, down the other side. And then you can blend it with your fingers. You can just do a stipple motion, or you can blend it with your blender, or you can use a brush, whatever you want to do. I use my fingers a lot just because I'm on the go a lot and I don't want to take a bunch of stuff with me. And I like things to be a little bit more simple. Now I'm going to do the nose. You don't need to do the nose. If you don't want to do the nose, you can just blend this in. If I'm in a hurry, I will just do down the middle of the nose and just kind of blend it out. Like that. Okay, but I like to do contour on the nose if I have time. So I'm just taking a tiny, tiny bit. And you're going down the very edge of the nose right here, okay? And I like to start at the top and go down. And do a little V at the end, because it kind of gives you a button nose look. And the other side. Do a little V at the end. And it looks kind of scary right now, but we're going to blend it in, okay? So I like to do that stipple motion because it's gentle, and then you're not wiping. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more of my main foundation and just go down that middle again, just to clean it up a little. I guess you could do the contour first, and then you won't have to do that. And then it shouldn't look like anything. It shouldn't look like you have anything there. Okay, now we can do some cheeks. You just smile, and where you see the apple of your cheek, you put some on, and then bring it up that cheekbone just a little ways. Okay? There you go. Blend it in, blend it in. And if you have a little blush you want to cover up, which I'm going to use this, so I have one right here. And you kind of just mix it here. Okay, so your makeup should be blended well at this point and have just enhancements to your natural features that are already there. It shouldn't look like you have like makeup on necessarily. It should just look like shadows, you know, on the nose. You have natural shadows right there on the sides of your nose. When you turn to the side, it shouldn't look like you have makeup there. If it does, just blend it a little bit more, and then you turn, and it still looks like just a shadow, okay? Now I'm going to do your last one, which is actually a bronzer, and I didn't show you guys very many of the bronzers at our conference. Okay, so I'm just going to dip a brush in, okay, a big fluffy brush, and you want to put it like where you naturally have sun hitting, okay? So maybe on the top of your cheekbones a little bit, above your eyebrows. And you don't need a lot, okay? Kind of just makes you look sun-kissed a little, maybe like right there. Okay, and that's the end of the look. So now we're going to set. You don't have to. A lot of times I don't. If I'm in a hurry, or if I want some longer stay power, or if I have a little bit of an oily area. Sometimes under the eyes can be a little bit more oily. And I literally just barely get my finger in there because I'm not actually going to like powder my whole face. I'm going to pick the area that I want to stay more. If you like a matte look, then you would get your brush and barely get powder on there, barely. And I wouldn't even want that much. Okay, and hardly any. And then you could just barely press on. Okay? If you want more of a matte look. But see, I have hardly any on my finger, like barely any. And what I'm going to do is just press it right here under the eye. If that place tends to get a little bit oily. Barely tap into that. Okay, barely tap into that. Press it on, barely, with your finger. If you get some on there, just wipe it off. Okay, there you go. Then you can finish it off with your anti-aging, super good for you setting spray. Okay, super anti-aging. You can use it before bed, after bed. It's just so good for you. Hopefully this helps, and I will announce our winners too.